Hello guys, welcome to a new video. This is Zach from BigBangCrypto. I would love to make an update for you guys for this coming weekend, or the past weekend I must say, because I wasn't at my desk the past weekend. Let's do a quick update. I made some tables for over the weekend. I hope some of you guys had the time to run those tables and basically be a little bit patient, give them some time and see the results for yourself. If not, I would love to share the results with you guys over this coming video, and yeah, just go over some things, some TA that we shared, but also how the trading bot has performed during this dump. Um, yeah, let's get started. And if you're new to this channel, please give us a like and a subscribe. We will be releasing more and more content about trading bot, but also about technical analysis. Yeah, feel free to give us a like and a subscribe. We would definitely appreciate that. So let's get into it. I told you guys that I wouldn't be home for this weekend. So Friday, I basically told everyone that I would be sharing some tables, but I wouldn't be active over the weekend. And so I did basically. I sent you guys three tables in this test tables chat. And those tables included support and resistance levels. So basically, we created populations of agents that were going to perform trades high frequency, but they were only going to get activated upon our support and resistance levels, which based on RTA, we acknowledged that those were at certain price levels for Bitcoin. And we had a bear table, we had a bull table, and we had a sideways table. All three were running at once. In my personal case, I didn't run the bear table for long enough. I did run it for a while, but then just before I left home, for some reason, I just stopped the bear table. I was pretty bullish, I must say. I hoped for a decent bounce, and I hope to be able to short above 40K, which never happened, right? But I wasn't home, and I told you guys I would be running these tables and showing you guys the results. So even though I possibly could have made some adjustments to the bot, I didn't. Why? Because I just wanted to show you guys what the bot could do, even if you're wrong, if you're totally wrong with your TA, right? So what we did is we said that the bear table had it could start shorting at above 40K, and then we had a small bear population that was just actively shorting the market. This table I stopped it, but it did really well when it was running, of course, because the price just kept dumping. So basically, if I would have kept this table running, I would have much better results, which we will get into in a second here. Then we had the bull table. The bull table was activated at 35,800. And remember, guys, I told you guys that just before leaving that in the test charts that note our next support is at 35,500. We'll get into the charts in a second, but that's where this level comes from. This 35,800. That means that I told the bull agents, that they can activate at 35,800, and the the smaller bulls that have smaller contract sizes were activated at 37,300, which is also a level that we shared in RTA, right? Then we have the sideways table. The sideways table was able to short above 37,900 for the small population and short above 41,800 for the bigger population. And then we had a buying population for this table as well, and the buying population was activated at 34,000 guys. So why did we choose these prices? Let's just go over to some of the charts that I've been sharing recently, right? So this is one of them. And these support and resistance lines have been here for very long, guys, and you can backtrack this for yourself, that it's not something that I change daily, right? So these support and resistance lines have been helping us navigate throughout this market for a while, right? And of course, whenever they need to be changed, I do. But yeah, these can stay for weeks on end, because they are very significant support and resistance levels. So why did we create a population that was activated at 35,000? Well, our support was 35,500. So I activated some bulls at 35,800, and then at 34,000, which is basically front running this support so that we can load up on some nice longs going towards this support, because I really thought on Friday that definitely this would hold if we would dump. Okay, so that's the first thing that I wanted to share. So the 37,300 is based on this support line, or in this case resistance lines, because price is below it. And then the 35,500, well, that's this one, and the 34,000 is the 33,291. So let's get into the actual chart and see what happened. So before leaving, I sent out this last message. Where is this message again? Test tables, maybe? Yeah. So before leaving, I told you guys that I had an open long position because we already dumped from the 40K down to the 37.3K. And I told you guys that I had an open long position of 415 contracts at an average entry price of 37,575. Okay, so I had an average entry, and I had 450 contracts open when starting all of these tables. So keeping some of my position open, which is that, and won't be home this weekend, so my tables won't be the most active ones. Please try to adjust it to your liking and add your own support and resistance. I don't think many of you did that, but you could have used mine, and let's go over some of those results. So it was somewhere here, the 18th of June, when I said that I had an open position around 37,500. As you guys know, we had our support at 37,300, right? So this bounce here, I've told you guys, our bot played this perfectly. Why? Because we were expecting it to bounce here, right? At the 37,200. That's exactly the support that we had in our chart. So it bounced nicely, and I've shared this with you guys. We had this sideways action, which we could play very, very nicely, make some profits within this range. And then we dropped further. Where did we drop to? Well, we dropped to the 35,500, which is another one of our support lines. And then we had a full day of sideways. Guys, I was wrong in holding a long position from the 37.5k all the way down to 35.5k. That made me realize a big loss, right? So throughout this sideways trading, I was still holding these 400 so many contracts, but the bot was just continuously trading and making my position better. So to show you guys what the results of that are, I have made some screenshots. I've made one screenshot on Saturday and one of today. So I would like to share those with you guys if I can find them. Yes, I can. So this is the screenshot I made on Saturday. This is when we had dropped to the 35.5k area. So we were going just sideways, chopping through this range for a while, for a day or so. And yeah, this is the cool part, guys. So you can see that my quantity, so my position hasn't increased that much, right? It's at 527 contracts, but my entry price, which was at 37.5k, is now at 35.7k, and I didn't realize any losses. It's only $1.90 in loss, but I realized so much profits throughout trading this range that it has, first of all, improved my entry position by almost $2,000, and it has also well got rid of my realized loss. Right? It has realized so many profits that it compensates for the losses that I made throughout the dump. Okay, guys, so I was bullish, price dumps, but because of our software, I was able to, one, get a perfect entry position, and two, don't end up with a lot of losses. Okay, so this to me is fascinating, it's impressive, and I hope you guys see what I'm trying to explain here. Okay, I wasn't at home, I was bullish, I even held some contracts throughout the dump, and the bot did the work for me. So on Saturday, I was surprised and I was happy to see price getting to this low, because that allowed me to get a better average entry price, and I didn't realize any losses. So I was happy, I was pleased with everything, and that was Saturday. So Saturday was this part here, 19th, but then the next thing happened. We started dropping, guys. So from this green support line at 35.5, we started having a big drop, and I wasn't home, otherwise I would have definitely played this, because guys, look at this. These lines were shared for very, very long with the group. Okay, if you look at the charts, they might be a little bit complex, but start studying, start getting into it, because this will help you. um, We start breaking down from this level, and look at where we stop, guys. Isn't this freaking amazing? We exactly stop at the support that has been given weeks ago. Weeks prior to this dump, we have shared this support level. And look at how well it's respected, guys. We get this doji on this support line, and then we pump right up to our 21 EMA. Guys, I always share the same lines. It's not that I'm changing these lines to make it look amazing. No, it is amazing. We get a doji on my support line, then we get a doji on the 21 EMA, which I always share and always tell how important it is for the trend, for continuation. And then we start dumping again. Well, very clear. We're not going to get bullish. We're going to continue to dump. And that's what happens. We dump again, and this time support fills and even becomes resistance, which you can see from these wicks that are testing this up. Okay, guys. In my opinion, perfect. Very, very, very nice trading. Very nice levels that I've shared, and the bot has done amazing for anyone that has used these tables. So let's look at the current results. Well, because the drop was so significant, I'm not up a lot, right? So you can see I'm $1 in a loss, and I realized $7 in yeah, negative P&L. Some of you guys wonder, well, how is it that the bot can sometimes realize a loss? Well, look at his average entry. My average entry currently is here, so around 36.6k, 32.6k, sorry. If I open a short or at least sell contracts below my average entry, that will be noted as a loss. Even though, yeah, well, it's a loss. Of course, it's a loss because your average entry is higher than where your closing position, right? So you're realizing a loss. As soon as I close some of the contracts above my average entry for a long, then of course it will be a realized profit. But if the price is below my average entry and somehow I start closing some of the long, then yeah, it will be realized as a loss. Why does our bot do that? Well, if our bot did not do that, there would be for us no way to make our average entry better, because I showed you guys just now that on Monday we had the bot basically work our average entry from 37.5k down to an entry of 32.9k. No, this is not Monday. Oh, this is today. Sorry, I meant on Saturday night. Sorry. Let me get back to the screenshot. So on Saturday night, it had already worked my average entry down from 37.5 to 35.7 by closing sometimes in a loss, but eventually just improving my entry price, because what we do know is that every agent does never close his trade in a loss. So the agents are profiting, but compared to your average entry, it could look like you're realizing some loss, and you actually are realizing some loss, but in the same time you're improving your average entry. And that's what the bot did amazingly. Look at my average entry currently, guys. 32.6k. I started an average entry at 37.5k. Of course, my quantity has increased a bit because I kept buying the dip and selling the tops, and there's just a lot more dips than tops at the moment. We've just basically kept dumping throughout most of this price action over the weekend and even today. But yeah, I could get out now for break even though I was very bullish. And let's just quickly do this. So let's calculate what my loss would have been if I just held on to the same position. So it's cross leverage. So we're just gonna fill in 100x, and it was like 400. Oh, 100. It was 471 contracts or something, and it was at an average entry of 37.5, and our current price is 32.5. So if I were to hold just the long contracts that I had without running any bot, without buying new dips, I would be down 0.0019 Bitcoin, guys, or 1538% on this position. I'm not. I'm definitely not. Okay, I'm almost going into profits if we have a small bounce up to this region where I have a lot of closes placed. I will already be in a profit and with an amazingly nice average entry. Considering that I started the bot at 37.5k, I had a great weekend, didn't look at the charts, just let the bot do his thing. Well, I'm pretty stoked about this, and I hope you guys are. And yeah, the levels were respected perfectly. I please guys, if you have someone that gave you better levels than this and shares way better lower time frame technical analysis and price support and resistance levels, share it with me, okay, so I can improve myself. um, yeah, please feel free if you can help me make it better. Yeah, I'm definitely open to that because I always want to improve my own technical analysis and my own trading. So yeah, don't be shy if you think it's not good enough or you know how to make it even better. Contact me. I'll definitely listen to you and improve upon it. But for me personally, this has been amazing. All the levels are respected and the bot has done its job. And the only thing that was wrong was my own bias, which I don't really mind too much because I just set up a bullish bot also to make a little bit a point to you towards you guys, like, look, this is what the bot can do. Even if the trend is wrong, I don't really mind because the bot did amazing. Okay, it saved my ass basically. So that was that part. I just had to share it with you guys because I thought it was very amazing, and I'm still very amazed about all the performances, even though my bias was completely wrong. I've been trading for years, and I know that without the bot, I would definitely have gotten wrecked a couple of times. Without the amazing support and resistance lines and the bot trading 24/7, I would definitely have lost a lot more than I'm in a loss for right now. So yeah, this is the test account, so I can show you guys um, the P&L. I guess we're just down a little bit. Yeah, I'm still very pleased with the results, and yeah, we're going down a little bit just because of the dump that I wasn't really taking into account or wasn't really expecting, right? Because the lowest level that I set for over the weekend was 32, 3.2. 33.3 basically, and I didn't expect it to go lower, so we did. And from here I do have to kind of change my strategy over after this video and see what I want to do next. Do I want to hold some of this position and just set up new support and resistances and do the same thing? I think that's what I'm going for. So I'm leaving some of this long position open and then setting up new support and resistance. That's basically all I'm going to do. And the next thing is yeah. So basically that was what I wanted to share today. I will try to make another video depending on if you guys have any questions later on. If there's anyone that has been running the table and running the bot, please share with us your results for over this past weekend. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and have a good rest.